Hello. All right. Hello, everyone. We really appreciate all y'all being here. And this is the Coaches Show live from Walk-Ons. We're gonna have on special guest, Coach, the running back coach, Coach Bullock, on first.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Good.
Obviously with the big one versus South Haven, what were some of your takeaways from that game?
I think right now we're just in the process. We're finally healing up as a team. Guys are starting to get healthy, get back. We still got one or two guys that's out, and it's just each week we just see ourselves progressing better from the standpoint of what we can accomplish as a team. We got a great group of young guys that play. They do everything you ask for as coaches. So it's just continuing to get better each week, and hopefully max out here in about 3 or 4 weeks and try to get us back in the state championship.
Yes, sir. So, being the running back coach, what are you looking for from your guys every single week?
The biggest thing we talk about with our running backs, and we got three of them here with us, is first and foremost, we just want to protect the football. You know, a lot of good things happen as long as you're holding on to the ball. That, and then just progressing from the standpoint of learning to read blocks. The kids have done a real good job this year. We have a really good offensive line, and we've got really good ideas and concepts we're working on constantly. And they've really improved from the standpoint of understanding the concept of this is a block for me, so this is where I make a cut, and this is where things are going to open. Where early in the year we were just like, give it to me, let me go as hard as I can, and we'll see how far we can get. So we've really improved a lot in that aspect for sure.
And talking about coaching running backs, what would you say your favorite part about coaching running backs is?
Really more so than the football side, it's just getting to hang out with the young guys, just the attitude they bring day to day. Watching them get to grow up and just seeing them mature, and especially as I'm starting to grow a little more gray-headed, it helps me stay young and relating to young guys and just enjoying life at this point for sure. So it's really, games are fun, but it's actually the practice time when we're out there having a good time.
And we know this is your first year coaching in Oxford. What would you say the biggest difference is in the atmosphere at Oxford and other places you've coached?
I've come from smaller. I've coached in 2A and 3A schools back in Southeast Missouri. So just from the standpoint of just honestly the pure number of athletes you get to coach, where you walk into just like the running back room, we got 6 or 7 kids in there. They're all capable of playing varsity football. Where I came from in the past, when you're dealing with smaller schools, you're fortunate if you have one kid that can really actually play, and then you're trying to mill other kids in to get a chance. So just the depth. And the fact that it also, that same depth also allows you to really push kids, because if you're not willing to work, number 2 sitting there waiting to take your place. So it really makes it fun from the standpoint of we get to focus on football and get to have kids out there that really want to play.
And obviously, with this year being full of ups and downs, like how have you seen the team kind of respond to adversity this year?
There's not been one day when you're sitting at 1-4 and you've lost 4 in a row. When you're dealing with 16 to 18-year-olds, it's really easy for those guys to get distracted. Well, we're honest. We understand that there's outside noise that we can't control coming from those that are, what I just refer to as haters that are for some reason they enjoy not seeing other people succeed. But our group, all 100 of our guys, at no point did I ever really notice there was distractions. Did I ever notice that guys were dropping heads? It was, we know our goal is at the end of the year to be putting ourselves in a position to win our region, set ourselves up for a playoff run, and go. And that's been the great thing about our kids and their attitudes. So that's been the biggest takeaway from it, from my standpoint.
And then talking about your coaching background a little bit, how many years have you coached, and what all positions have you coached?
I've been in and out of football for 31 years. I went back and forth between coaching and in school administration, where I worked as a principal and superintendent for 24 years. And during that time, I had I think I was a head coach for 12 years. I've coached quarterbacks, running backs, been an offensive coordinator. I learned real quick. I wasn't very good at learning how to stop anybody, so I went over on the other side where I could try to score, and that way my lack of knowledge on the defensive side could be hid a little bit. But so I've been in and out of it for quite a while, man. So
how's Oxford kind of unique to all of those other places that you've been?
Oh, it's just the support. I come from the area I come from. I dealt with a lot of my kids where I had to serve not only as the head football coach and at times the principal, but I was a father figure to a lot of kids because I came from a lot of single parent homes where mom was the only figure in the house. So I felt like I had to take on a lot more of a role. We just got great kids down here, and the families that I've met have been very supportive. The community in general is so supportive of not only the football program, but just the school. So, man, it just makes getting up and coming in every day just a lot of fun.
And then, what do these last two games really mean to you and the team for playoffs?
It's really more than anything. It's just stay focused. It's we're improving each week, continue to get better. And again, I talk to the guys. I want to coach a football game in December, and that's kind of what we're bleeding through the school and through our team right now is we want to play in December. And there's only one game that'll be played in December. So and this is just these next 2 weeks are just building blocks to get us in that position.
And how did these stretch of district games kind of prepare you for the playoffs as a whole?
Well, it's really in a situation we just approach these like we've looked at it since the region started like it's playoff time, and it's just so it's not really like the playoffs are starting in 2 more weeks. We've been in the playoffs now for the past 3, really, because we're just wanting to get on a roll and keep going. So I think that's been a good approach to it.
All right. Obviously, before a game, it's important to kind of mentally get prepared. What are some pregame rituals that you have, would you say?
Really the rituals, it's just we got a routine we go through. Team meal kind of gets us where we're getting our minds right. The kids come over, we do a real quick walkthrough, go down and eat as a team. The parents and boosters take care of feeding us, and man, that's just really nice and great of them to do so. Then we kind of get back and we'll huddle up as a team. The running backs will get together as each position does, and just kind of make sure we check over to make sure everything's in place, everybody's comfortable, everybody's like, hey, I got what I need to go out and be successful. And then basically I get the second wave of kids every Friday night. So at 6 o'clock, I take out the second group, and then before you know it, man, you hear a whistle and we're kicking off or receiving, and it's time to go.
And I know all the players love this, but what would you say your favorite uniform combination is?
My favorite uniform combination, they've not worn yet, and I tried to pick it, and Coach Dotson vetoed me the other day on it because we were talking about it. But the new Bolt Blues with the gold pants and white helmets, that's the sweetest looking uniform we got, but we've not yet worn it. So we're missing out on it because I'm telling y'all, it looks that good.
I think that's the first time we've had something we've never worn before.
Oh, I know. Well, hey, I'm from a different whole state, so I think different. But yeah, but it does look really good.
All right. Thanks, Coach Bullock.
All right, y'all have a good evening. Thank you.
And now we'll have senior linebacker and senior tight end Brown Dennis and Carter Kurt.
All right. Thank y'all for coming on. So what has it been like being a senior leader on this team?
Well, it's definitely it's different than the past few years I've been playing, but it's different having younger people looking up to me. So it's definitely a change, but it's nice.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely been good to me. I think I've definitely learned a lot from it, and I've made a positive impact for the team.
And obviously, being a leader on this team means you got to take the team with its ups and downs. But how have y'all kind of led this team through the adversity that's kind of hit us this year?
All right. Well, we started off a little bit slow. We didn't win a lot in the beginning, but we kind of bounced back and really recovered well. So just kind of recovered with it.
I think as a leader, whenever you're down like that, when you're 1-4, I think you just have to persevere through it, and you got to get your teammates to also keep the energy up and keep rolling with the program.
All right, Carter, this question is going to be for you, but what has it been like changing positions your senior season to tight end? How have you adapted to that?
Well, going from O-line to tight end, you don't have your brotherhood, which is a pretty obvious one, and then also you get to catch the ball. So those two things have definitely had an impact on how I've been playing, and I definitely think I like being able to catch the ball. So that's.
And this one's for Brown, but obviously because defense is such a different position and different side of the ball than offense. What's kind of your favorite part about playing defense?
Best part about playing defense is really just kind of letting it all loose out there. You don't really have to worry about like a blocking assignment or anything. You just kind of get your reads and go look for the ball and wreak some havoc.
And so what would y'all say the biggest thing for y'all when y'all were underclassmen prepared y'all for moments like this in district play?
Well, we've done a lot of summer practices, haven't missed a lot in summer practice, gotten Iron Charger most about every year. So it's been a lot through the summer, just working hard, getting in shape. Elite Charger this year. Sorry about that.
I'd say, like Brown said, just all the summer practices, they definitely help get you ready for game time. And being on scout team, I think Brown was on scout team as well. Those practices definitely toughen you up and get you ready for the season.
And diving into this game week and last week, what did you kind of think about that South Haven game and how y'all performed as a team and as an individual?
Well, I think they were tougher than we expected, but we had a pretty good game. We all came together, and we didn't have too many like errors amongst the game. So I think we played pretty well.
Yeah, I'd say like Brown, they did perform better than I thought. But one thing that I think we need to work on and take away from it is just bringing energy coming out. We were lacking definitely on offense, and I think on defense as well, just with the energy on the sideline and when we were performing.
And then what are some of the biggest challenges that Lewisburg presents to y'all before this year?
Well, I don't think they give too much of a challenge this year, being that they've only won one game. But, I think we've got them pretty much in the bag. I think we're good with them.
To be honest, I don't know much challenges on defense. I think I'm kind of like with Brown, but we still got to take them serious. But I think we got them.
All right, and going from 1-4 and then 3-0 in the district, how sweet's that feel to y'all being 3-0 undefeated and kind of putting a target on y'all's back for everybody else?
Well, it's been great. We got a good momentum going right now, and I think it's going to carry over to the playoffs. And I don't think they can stop us.
Yeah, I'm excited being 3-0. I mean, it's definitely better than being 1-4. I definitely think that we definitely have the potential to be 5-0 in the region, and I think we're expected to do that, really. So we just got to stay with the program and make that a reality.
So how has the senior season been different for y'all, or especially for y'all in any ways?
Well, I've spent the last 8 years with these guys, so this being the last year and all makes it a lot more special because we get to have one last spring game, one last everything, so it just makes it that much better.
Yeah, I'd say like Brown, just it being everything's your last. I mean, that definitely changes your mindset a little bit. And also, like I already mentioned earlier, just being a tight end is definitely different than being O-line. And senior year is the first year I've been a tight end, so that's definitely changed.
And y'all talk about playing Oxford football for 8 years. What would y'all say some of y'all's favorite memories from that time is?
Well, one of them's got to be the Beacon Run. It's just always a good time, getting out there and waking up. And you never really know when it's coming, but it's always fun, the surprise.
I'd say the last 3-year Crosstown Classic, that's always been a fun game. And we've pretty much dominated Lafayette, so that's definitely been a good memory.
And then what's a pregame ritual that's kind of individualized or special to y'all?
Well, I usually just eat the pregame meal, have a good meal, and then usually just take a nap from then and then just kind of lock in, listen to music. So.
Yeah, I really don't have anything too special about mine. I just pretty much the same exact thing as Brown. Eat the pregame meal, take a little nap, get dressed, and then listen to some rap music. Get me ready.
All right, and this is a question for y'all. We also ask Coach Bullock, what are y'all's favorite uniforms that we wear? Or y'all can, like he did, put put your own together?
It's got to be the white helmet, bold blue uniform, and then white pants, white socks. That's the go-to. I think that's what we're wearing versus Lewisburg.
I'm kind of a fan of all white. I think that'd be cool to wear.
All right. Well, this segment is going to be kind of like college game day. We're going to get y'all to pick some games for us real quick. So, first game y'all are going to pick is Starkville versus Madison Central.
I'm going to have to go with Madison Central here only because we haven't seen them play, and we have seen Starkville play, and I know what Starkville's capable of and not Madison Central. So I don't really know what they're capable of.
I'm with Brown on this. I think Madison Central is going to take the win. I just believe that we had a really close game with Starkville, and I think we could have definitely pulled it out. I don't know if they're all that.
And then we have a divisional matchup that could mean a lot for us. DC versus Horn Lake.
I think DeSoto Central's got this one just because when we played them, they were tough and they put up a good fight, a lot more than Horn Lake did, in my opinion. So I think they've got that one.
Yeah, I'm going DC too. We had a real close game with them. Horn Lake, we had a close game in the first half, but we came out on top in the second half. So I do think DC will win that one.
And then this matchup's down south on the other side of the playoff bracket, Petal versus Northwest Rankin.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Petal, but I know Northwest Rankin. I think they've got this one. So
Yeah, same here. Both really don't know what they're capable of this year. I'm going Northwest Rankin.
And then we have Meridian versus Brandon. Brandon, I think, right now is either the number 1 or number 2 team in the state.
I've got to take Brandon with this one because they're consecutively a good team most to every year we played them, or the few years back when we played them, they were always good. But I think Brandon's got it.
Yeah, I think this will be a close one. I'm going to go with the underdog, go Meridian.
Wow. I don't know who y'all are going to pick on this one, but last game is going to be Oxford versus Lewisburg.
I think we know what we're picking here, but got to go with the O on this one.
Yeah, Oxford's definitely taking
All right. Thank y'all for coming. You're good. Hood, did you just ask him how is college? Huh.
This core was why that was so squeaky and scratchy. So I think we just need to use a different core. I think this one's starting to go.
Yeah, for sure.